Another project that he actually very successfully launched was Greyp bikes. I don't know if you heard about that, but they sell it as e-bikes, but it's kind of like motorcycles. And
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah.
they wanted to do like an electric bicycle, but they ended up making it like a really high performance bicycle.
Yeah.
And it has basically 3 modes, and the third one is pretty crazy. Like the last interview that I saw, is the interviewer asked him like, "Is this legal to drive on the road?" So that kind of I don't have any numbers on it, but it looks
I think
cool.
I think he was talking about that bike, and he was talking about the 3 modes, and there's like mode 1 is just a regular e-bike. It just moves you along. Mode 2 is like if you're if you're cycling amongst traffic, you can kind of keep pace with the cars. And mode 3 is illegal.
Yeah, yeah,
Just only for track.
yeah,
You can hit
yeah.
100 kilometers per hour on this bike.
Yeah. He says that that's one of the most fun things about all the projects that he's done. And he also recommends that. And that project kind of came
It's
out
kind of
of...
like, sorry, it's just, it strikes me, it's kind of like the joke I made about the wheelchair there, but actually put into practice in the bike.
Yeah, exactly. They started that project. I think it was one of the other supercar companies like Bugatti or I'm not sure which one, but they asked them like, "Can you develop like a battery for a bike?" And they were like, "Yes, we can." And they started shrinking it down and making it more efficient. And they sold the concept to them, and they just kind of made their own version out of it. So I think there's another company out there that has almost identical bikes as them. I don't think that either of them got super popular, but I think we'll still see that because it's still new, and
Yeah,
they
I think
look amazing.
e-bikes are kind of sneaking in under the radar. A lot of people seem to have them all of a sudden, and it's not
Yeah.
something I really heard about.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people here in Killarney that have e-bikes for tourists to rent out. And when I'm running through the park, I see a group of like 7 cyclists all on e-bikes. Like you notice them after they dash next to you because you can't hear them. And that's the like one of the great benefits of electric vehicles. It's just
Yeah,
like they're super silent.
you can sneak
And
up on people really easily.
yeah, I drove an electric bike once. It was in Croatia. A guy bought it from Germany, and it was super expensive. It was something like 5,000 euro, and I'm like, what? And it was a few years back, and I rode it for like 15 minutes. It's like an amazing experience. I definitely recommend anyone listening to this, if you can drive an electric bike, try it. It's super. It's great.
Cool. Yeah, I've never tried an electric bike. Only the 4-wheeled versions.
Definitely
Cars.
put it on your goals and to-do list. It's a blast. Like I'm sure you'd love it.
Closest I came is probably those scooters in Berlin.
It feels kind of like that, but just a lot faster.
And a lot smoother, I hope.
Yes. Do you know the feeling when you're driving a bike and then at one point you're tired and you're just like, oh no, another hill. All right, let's go through it. Here you just turn on the motor, right? And you just smoothly glide through the hill. You don't feel like you have to struggle. You're like, oh no, this is super hard. You really kind of glide through it. It's an amazing experience.
It's like every slope is a downhill slope.
Yeah, like especially on flat surfaces, like if you have a long, let's say a drag strip in front of you, it's amazing. You can just like go full throttle, put it in highest gear, and you can even assist it with pedaling. It's amazing. It's a great feeling. So definitely recommend electric bikes. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see the full version, go to the Uncle Gold Podcast YouTube channel or watch the next clip.